Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez here. I am in Q Image 2017-116. There is one update available, but it just had very minor improvements, so I did not install it yet. Anyway, we're going to be discussing the advanced black and white function in Epson printers, and I'm going to go ahead and use my P800 that I am running with Precision Colors PCK3 HD inks. Now, as a test, I'm going to go ahead and use my Red River Aurora white paper. It does not have OBAs, so it is a good paper to test to see how good a white point you get, how deep a Dmax you get without the help of OBAs. So we'll go ahead and go over to the settings, and as you can see, I am told that I need to use Ultra Premium Precision Matte as my paper type, and so that's what I have chosen. And here is my Aurora white for the Epson P800. Now it is assuming that I am using OEM inks. Of course I am not. So this profile may not work perfectly, but we're going to go ahead and try it, and this will be our baseline before we jump over to the advanced black and white function. So let's check on our properties. Here is our driver preferences for the P800. Advanced black and white, we're going to change that, change it back to color. We're going to change this to off, no color adjustment. We'll leave it at quality, and we will go ahead and click OK, and that will print it. Now, I've already printed these, so I'm just going through the motions here to show you what the settings are for the correct setup for advanced black and white. So let's go ahead now and change this. And I'm going to go ahead and print a neutral, a cool, a warm, and a sepia version. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, should have done that right here, click here and just choose let printer driver manage color. And that's all we have to do. Now the Q Image application will not interfere with color management. So let's go ahead and go to properties. And now rather than color, we're going to pick advanced black and white. And here we're going to stay with quality and neutral. So we will print a neutral one, we will print a cool one, we will print a warm, and we will print a sepia. Now these are 4 different basically settings that are predetermined for you. If you want to go ahead and adjust those to your liking, you can just go here and choose whatever you want. If your prints are coming out a little bit too dark, you're going to choose dark or normal or light. Now they recommend that you choose dark, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Now here you can adjust your brightness manually. As you can see, gives you a little preview right here of what you will get. Contrast and shadow tonality, so you can open up your shadows if you would like. Alright, so we're not going to do that. Here you can actually manually choose your tonalities. You can make it magenta if you like, green. Usually right between yellow and red is the best setting for sepia. We're going to go ahead and set that back up to neutral and cancel out. Alright, so that's it. Once I get my 4 prints completed, I'll go ahead and move over to the print room and give you a video of what we were able to achieve. Okay, and get out of there, and we'll see you over at the print room. Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez here. I am back from the computer, and I have here the prints that we just generated. The first one is with color managed workflow. That is, I used an ICC profile from Red River for Aurora white. And as you can see, this is strictly with PCK3 HD inks. And yeah, it is not a matched profile because that profile is designed for OEM. Well, I would need to make a profile specific for that particular paper. And unfortunately, although Precision Colors would have that profile, they have stopped doing any work with the P800 until this problem is solved. As you all know, the carts do not reset on the North American printers. They only reset on European in other foreign countries' versions of the P800. So here we have it. It's kind of a pleasing print. I like it. Looks very nice. I can see what looks like slightly non-linear color, but it kind of gives it the appearance of a duotone, which is not bad at all. And this would be a pleasing photo for anybody. Now let's go ahead and look what the advanced black and white function has been able to produce. And here we have the first example. This is using the neutral setting. And as you can see, it is neutral. It is neutral throughout, from the darkest to the brightest tones. And the detail is wonderful. The blacks are great. The whites are beautiful. And you know what? I was not really a big fan of advanced black and white, but I'm afraid that now I have become a convert, and I will probably use it from now on. Now, let's go ahead and look at the cool, and we'll do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. As you may be able to detect, this is a little bit cooler, kind of bluish, and it's a nice color, but not for this type of subject. This type of subject is warm and happy. In fact, I don't even like the neutral one for this type of subject. If this was, say, a shot of some waterfalls, maybe a creek, maybe some icy valleys in the midwinter, this would be excellent for that. But again, beautiful detail, excellent rendition of all of the tonalities. It's just a little bit toned on the blue side. And I put number 3, C, for cool. And here's where I ran out of paper, and then I had to substitute one last sheet of 13 by 19 that I had. So I made a horizontal print, and this is warm. And you can see the difference immediately between the cool one and the warm one. It's clearly evident which is warmer, which is cooler. All right, so here is the sepia version, what they call sepia. And indeed, it is quite a nice shade. It's a little bit reddish to me. I would actually add a little bit more toward the yellow side, so I can get kind of a yellow ochre type sepia tone that looks like the sepia prints that I used to make back in the day in the darkroom. So that's it. So far, I am sold. This is beautiful. And it's working beautifully with the P800 with the Precision Colors inks, which I thought that would not really work because this system is designed for the OEM ink set. So what can you say? Let's go ahead and take a look between 1 and 2. In other words, the one done with the ICC profile and the one done with just a straight advanced black and white. And by the way, if you notice when I was setting up the computer, when you use advanced black and white, you let the driver control color, okay? Not the other way around. You do not let the application control color, nor do you print through an ICC profile. The driver will control everything. As you can see, you can tell immediately the difference. This is perfectly neutral. This is not. The top one is not. It's got variations of tonalities. And you can see, I see kind of a yellowish looking weird tone, and this is kind of blown out, not good at all. The highlights on the girl's skin is perfect here. It's a little bit blocky, a little bit blown out here. So again, beautiful results. I love it. From now on, that is it. I'm not using the RGB color managed process anymore for black and whites, although I used to be a firm believer in that system because maybe the first time I tried advanced black and white, I didn't do it correctly. So that was probably my fault. User error all the time is the culprit, most of the time, unless you have a mechanical problem with your printer. All right, so that is it for this subject. Now, let me tell you guys, I received my light black, matte black, and the light black from Cone Color yesterday. And I quickly filled the remaining 3 cards. I have them over there in the 2880, and I will proceed to print. I've also made some prints on the R3000, just letter size prints, I did them on Aurora White, and I'm also going to make them on Presentation Matte from Epson, so that I'll at least have one OEM type paper going through that. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove the original OEM matte black ink and fill that particular card with the Ultra HD matte black from Cone Colors. I will go ahead and make a profile, and then I will print the same 3 images, and then we'll make a comparison. And I also want to test it on my R2880 using just straight up cone inks. That's something I've never done before. All right, so that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this 2-part video. And let me tell you, Advanced Black and White, give it a try. As I said, even with an unmatched ink set, which is the one from Precision Colors, which is not necessarily going to be a 100% match to OEM, for which this system is created, the Advanced Black and White system in your Epson driver. All right, so that is it for now. Thanks again, everybody. Please subscribe, share, and like. And until the next time, happy printing, everyone. Bye-bye.